Okay, great morning, everyone. So I've pulled the cards of the Tarot of the Gentle Dawn. And the other ones that we do for the more elevated read to see what it's going to bring us today. So very interesting. The first thing that comes out is through the ashes. Through the ashes, there will be a solution. So interesting beginning. Through the ashes, there will be a solution. And this is about the readings about light. The sun card, the light that's coming from the lovers. The energy coming in is the lovers. Above it, what's being anchored in with the foundation of government. So new light coming in from the lovers, from the higher elements, those guides, masters, etc. surround us, are anchoring in about government. And through the ashes, there will be a solution. So we have all the chaos going on now of the government, things being revealed that have been concealed. More and more is coming to light. So right now, the energy of the moment is we are feeling the burden, yes, yet again. I keep getting this card for the energy of the moment, the burden that people are feeling, the heaviness of all of this, with the challenge being retreating into a more calm mind, retreating into, being done with the chaos of the moment, because above it we have again an end with the foundation coming in of the feminine. So I got that with the last read as well. There is an end coming to the government as known in the future, and we will be moving into the feminine dynamic. Right now we're feeling the burden of the chaos and this retreating into a more quietude. So the potential outcome, we are looking at wealth, a wealth. Now, is this the wealth of the current dynamic, those that have wealth and power? Or is this coming in a wealth of more honoring what serves us well, if you will? The things that make you feel whole, the things that bring a wealth to your life. But let's see, because the outside influence is what's being handed out. Okay. Now in this case, it is that energizing and being grateful for what we're being given, that is enhancing our lives. Above it, this is the faithful, and then we have this eating away. I think at the current wealth power structure that's in place now, and honoring something that's coming in, outside influence, is really finding out what is beneficial to us. So the shift in the power structure, again, through the ashes, the solution is found. Above it, anchoring in an end and bringing in the faithful. The foundation is the government, now coming into more feminine and eating away at the things, the toxicity that's been there for so long. Because this is the light coming in, the light, the awareness coming in of the faithful, of those guides, masters, etc. The burden we're feeling now, and this retreating into something better, this could also be the retreating when it comes to those in wealth and power, and something more substantial coming into alignment, being given out that is beneficial. So the retreat of the current system of wealth and power being replaced with something that is actually fulfilling. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to take a few seconds here to align and see what comes through. Yes, my brothers and sisters of the light, the old is crumbling and the new is coming in. But we wanted to say, you know, this takes time. It's not going to happen immediately overnight. But we want to give you that heads up as to what is changing within your climate and within your reality structure and framework for this planet. Those of the old guard, the wealthy, those that have, again, imbibed wealth when it comes to power, when it comes to monetary stuff. That old regime is going out. That dynamic is going to be replaced with a much gentler, more egalitarian type of a structure when it comes to the divine feminine, and more of that compassion, more light, more care for the whole of humanity, versus the minimal care for those of the wealth and power structure that have been here for so long and have carried so many shadows for your planet. So we are here just to let you know to continue to push forward, that this is coming. You may feel that you are going through ashes as this stuff is crumbling, as you see all the chaos happening. Again, not only within the structure of the governmental ideations, but as you see things happening in your planet, more tornadoes, more of the volcanoes erupting, more of the earthquakes taking place, more of the high winds, more of this other things. All of this is in motion, and they are all connected to this time of revelation, and to this time of cleansing, and to this time of an adjustment into a higher higher plane of existence. So we wish to come to you today to bring this light, to bring this understanding, to bring this awareness into your consciousness, so that you do not feel as if you are being crushed by the chaos, but know that this chaos is a preliminary to this structure falling that has been in place for so long onto your planetary awareness, into something much higher, much better for you as a people. But this time you will go, and again it will feel like you're coming through the ashes, almost like a phoenix arising from the ashes that's going to take place. But we want to tell you what is coming, so that you are not thrown into a maelstrom of fear and trepidation, etc. Know that this is a cleansing process, and that this must come about first to move into this new dynamic. We want to shift as many people as possible into this new dynamic, and we are giving every opportunity for those in the shadow to turn to the light, so that they may also walk in a higher awareness. So these things are taking place on your planet now, and we are again here to give you a heads up and to give you this light, and say that through the ashes there will be a solution, and more is going to change from that old dynamic, that old male-centered dynamic, into a feminine, more centered dynamic going forward. So this is the time of a more celebration rather than going into fear mode, because darkest before the dawn, the more that you see this dark arising, it is their last hurrah. It is their fear-based drama of trying to control, trying to suppress, but you cannot suppress light with the dark. You cannot. You can only bring this chaos and confusion and try to bring in lies to shift people's awareness from the light into the shadows, the dark, the fear, which then they can use to control others that are not open to seeing the revelation taking place now upon your planet, and into that light and awareness, not willing to open their hearts and to let go of the old fears and the old structures which they have clung to for so long, which thinking that the more monetary things you have, the more you repress others, that you can bring yourself on a pedestal and a rulership over others. But this is not the case in the end. That is not true power. That is the weak trying to suppress others to elevate their own understanding, which is failed and lacking in the end. So the way through is through that love, opening the heart, and that is true power. True power is in leaning towards the light and understanding that light that is within you, which is giving you that consciousness, that awareness, that ability to understand, that ability to come into alignment with others, to open your empathy, to open your compassion, to open your feelings as a whole, that you are connected to all. You are connected to the nature. You are connected to your star brothers and sisters. You are connected to all on this planet, whether one recognizes it yet or not. But the more that you elevate, the more you will be able to come into alignment with others and feel their energy and go into their wisdom and their understanding, just as shamans have done for many years as they go into that transition. You can transition and put your consciousness into another realm, into another field, into another dimension, into another's awareness, and learn from that. This is opening more and more and more upon your planet. So as you feel these energetic shifts come in, and there will be more and more of these taking place on a daily basis, they will be continuing to amp up, and they may feel at the first a bit of difficulty for you, but the more that you surrender into it and you open up to it, the less of a feeling of a difficult transition it will be for you. So this is what we wish to bring to you today, for your understanding, for your awareness. Whether you wish to accept it or not, you may again choose to reject it. But for those that are wanting to accept this, we wish to bring this to our brothers and sisters of light, so that you may continue your fulfillment of your elevation of the planetary awareness into a more galactic understanding that is here for you. For you are part of our galactic family and are coming more into that alignment, more into that understanding, more into that wisdom on a daily basis. We love you, our brothers and sisters of light. Okay, so give me a few seconds to ground again, and I will leave that here so that this can be sat with and digested. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you online.